And yesterday, Biden's administration said it has cleared the way for another $9 billion in student debt relief for as many as 125,000 borrowers, including more than 11,000 in Arizona. Cronkite News reporter Alexandria Cullen is at the White House and explains what this means for students.
The savings come through little administrative changes to existing debt relief programs, and those changes will have a big payoff, as much as $840 million to borrowers in Arizona.
But it's good for our economy as a whole as well, by freeing millions of Americans from the crushing burden of student debt.
Those savings are good news for borrowers, but it will be good news for the state economy as well, says Arizona State economics professor Dennis Hoffman.
That would enable them to redirect the payment to things like automobile loans, housing loans, just day-to-day.
This week's announcement is the latest White House response to a Supreme Court ruling in June that struck down an earlier debt relief plan that would have saved 40 million Americans $40 billion. Since then, the administration has made a number of moves to assemble scaled-down debt relief for student borrowers.
And my administration has been pursuing a new approach, grounded and under a different law, the Higher Education Act. This act allows the Secretary of Education to compromise, waive, or release loans under certain circumstances.
The National Education Association's Mary Kusler welcomed the administration's pivot to the Higher Education Act, which will give Education Secretary Miguel Cardona greater control over debt relief.
Secretary Cardona is sitting down with stakeholders from across the board to really try to put pen to paper and come up with the best ways that they're providing this necessary relief.
For Kusler, the conversation should go beyond current debt holders to include future generations of students.
We have to be addressing this from a whole scale aspect so that these next generations coming through can afford their dream as well.
Wednesday's announcement brings the total debt cancellation to $127 billion under the Biden administration, which the president claims has brought relief to over 3.6 million Americans. In Washington, Alexandria Cullen, Cronkite News.